We'd like to welcome you to another edition of the Side Dive Podcast. And for a second week in a row, there is two of us. My man, Pipes Diggy, is off celebrating number 25. Year 25, his anniversary. So, yes, it's been a long time. Where were we 25 years ago? We were sitting in the basement of a church in Cedar Falls, Iowa, listening to the Iowa State Colorado game on the radio, drinking beer in the said basement. Hopefully we don't burn for that, but that's what we was doing. It seems crazy to think that a diehard Cyclone football fan like Pipes would get married on game day. But there we were. Troy Heathman did the same thing when Iowa State was playing Nebraska. And it was a close game. So a bunch of us were late to the ceremony had already started when we came stumbling in, making a ruckus to the point where everybody turned around to see what the hell was going on. We apologize. But yeah, I titled this episode as Uncharted Waters, and the Cyclones are that 7-0 after beating UCF 38-35, and they have never been 4-0 in the conference before. But here we sit, going into a bye week, coming off a heart stopper of a game.
True.
And oof, you got everybody got their money's worth on this game. It was, yeah, I risked everything and I went to the game, breaking my own superstitious code of not being in front of a television. I was there, and wow, outstanding. I want to talk about the atmosphere, but we'll get to that later.
Well, does that mean you're going to start attending more games now?
No.
Since you broke the.
I will get to that. The answer is no, and I will get to that as well.
Okay.
Why it's a no. But were you able to watch the whole game?
Listen to it on the first half and then watch the second half.
Okay. So yeah, I don't even know where to start because the game. Watching the game, it felt to me that when that game started, I was like, here's one of them slow starts that VJ talked about. Iowa State was leading 14-7 after one. It didn't feel like it to me. It felt like we were. It felt like we were losing, and UCF just came out with a game plan and executed it perfectly. They are fast.
They ran extremely well,
and it wasn't just their quarterback and their running backs that were fast. Those defensive linemen were as fast as I've seen. They were giving our offensive line fits. The offensive line that we were raving about last week was rendered useless this week. I'm like, damn, we just got through praising y'all, and they could not handle the UCF stunts. Those dudes were just, I don't think they expected those big old dudes to be moving that fast. But man, they were in them holes real quick on them stunts and twists and spins, but we were winning.
In the first quarter, right?
Yeah. In the first quarter, and then the second quarter happened, and Was Rocco's first pick in the second quarter? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember that. That was that was right before the half.
Okay.
We threw the pick six.
Oh yeah, that is right. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they were so the defense was just getting gashed. I mean, they were. It was just. And what's crazy is in the preview we had talked about how they hadn't really had big explosive plays. Well, they were saving them up because they had three of them.
Yeah, with compounding interest.
Yes. I mean, dudes is just running free, and and it weren't like trick plays or anything. They just had holes and fast dudes running through, and I mean, in all, Iowa State got busted up to the tune of 354 yards rushing. A 9-yard average for that. I mean, that's unheard of. I mean, there are games giving up 354 yards, and we gave that up on the ground. They didn't even need to throw. They had no need to throw the ball because they ran it so effectively. I mean, shit. They had almost as many rushing yards as we had yards. So that first half, I don't know if you got the stats to show first half and second half, but I mean, first half, UCF did exactly whatever it was that they wanted to. Didn't matter, and it worked. And Iowa State fell victim. It was just a big play after big play. And it just doesn't, like you said, it was 14-7, and then it was 14-14 after another big gash play, and everything was going kind of back and forth. And at the end of the half, Rocco just threw an ill-timed pass. I mean, it was cross the field, an out, and that dude just broke on it perfectly to the house. Pick six. Going into halftime, we're down 21-14, and it's like, but it literally felt like we were going down like 35-7.
Right.
That's how dominant they felt. And like I said, Iowa State's offense wasn't bad, but the defense just looked terrible, and thus I think it made it feel like it was just worse than it actually was. I mean, the crowd was stunned. It was very quiet in Jack Trice Stadium.
Oh, I believe it.
I mean, people weren't even getting up out of their seats and going places. I mean, everybody was just kind of sitting there, kind of like, what's going on? All we kept hearing was, I would say the second half team. I would say the second half team. I would say second half team. That's what I heard a lot of, and it was a lot of people saying that with the fingers crossed, like hopefully we're going to continue to be a second half team. And then luckily we were a second half team, but it didn't feel that way because what happened when that second half started? Boom. QB run, gone, 28-14, and it felt like it was over because there was the air, huh?
I agree. It did feel like it was over.
Yeah, the air was out of the stadium. The sideline was just down. It was a bad feeling, and people left.
Damn, just like old times.
Yeah, people left. I mean, I don't know if they left to get a drink or bathroom. Maybe if I go back out and come back in, we can start the half over. But they left. Some people left. I sat there like, I can't believe this. I should have kept my ass at home. I think it was Dale Shahan messaged me. You still got time to go home?
Damn.
I think I messaged back like, if I thought I could make it in time, I would go home right now. And then slowly but surely, Iowa State, tick, 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 tick. I play here. You stop the gas. Because after that QB run of UCF's, that was it. They had nothing aside from the controversial when the ball caromed off of Noel right into that UCF player's hands and he picked it off.
Oh, right.
Ran that back because right there we had all the momentum. Caroms off, UCF dude catches and is gone, scores the touchdown, and guess what people did? People got up, and then we get the replay. And so, like I said, I'm sure you're sitting at home watching. So you knew before we did, because we're all still like, what the hell's going? What's taking so long for this extra point to come off? And then they come over and say there's a replay, but you had probably already seen it. I mean, were you able to see it? Did you see him drop the ball early?
I didn't until they replayed it.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I was like, damn. And then the replay came, and I was like, dodged a bullet.
Yeah. So of course they come over the loudspeaker and say, replay, the runner dropped the ball, and of course the place erupts, and there's this dude standing in front of me who was just going berserk. I'm saying, wait a minute. Who recovered the ball?
True.
Did anybody recover the ball? And he's like, why? And I'm like, well, if nobody recovered the ball, they're going to get the ball at the one, which is going to end up a touchdown anyway. I go, if we recovered the ball or it went out of bounds, then it's going to be our ball at the 20. But if nobody recovered it and everybody just left it, it's going to be their ball at the one. And sure enough, nobody recovered it except for the refs.
Right. I made the assumption that Iowa State just picked it up and chucked it or grabbed it. Well, actually, I shouldn't say. I was hoping that was the case, because the announcers made the comment, just like you said. It's one thing that Iowa State's going to dodge this bullet of him dropping it, before he entered the end zone, which I was hooting and hollering out, going, "All right, that's awesome," because I thought there was an Iowa State player nearby. And
there was whoever 32 was the trailer, and I thought, oh my gosh, please have picked up the ball. Just go on and put your hand on it. Just
touch it.
Yes.
But yeah, they made sure to show the extra footage from a different camera angle that two Iowa State dudes, I think,
just ran by.
Waltzed past it. I mean, and I get it, because from their angle, it probably looked like dude had, crossed.
Everybody, UCF's going berserk. Iowa State sidelines down. You had people grabbing their shit and leaving. Iowa State fans are like, God damn, we can't. Just when we were getting the momentum, it's gone again. And we dodged a bullet for one play.
True.
Because after that, they go and they punch it in, and at that point, it's 35 to 27, because it's like, damn, we had pulled within one, and we had everything, and then boom, it's just gone.
Right.
And they kick off, we drive down, get stalled, and I was questioning taking the field goal and not going for it.
Why is that?
But that's why this dude gets paid millions of dollars to make those decisions. He kicks the 30-yard field goal. He makes it, pulls us within 35-30. And then that defense that we know and love did exactly what they do. It's a little trade off. Nobody, and I want to pull it up here just so I can see the. So yeah, after we get the field goal, they run 4 plays in the punt, and then we run 5 plays and we punt, and it's like shit.
Right. Yeah, I got hyped, and then the quick turnaround. I was like, okay, it's probably over. Damn. I was like, good run.
Yep. And then they got the ball and they started driving, and it's like shit. But it was just little nickel and dime drives.
It was different than what they had done earlier in the game.
Yeah. Right. Everything, all them big plays and all that shit was gone, but they were just getting enough to keep the ball until they had to punt. And so it was at that time. So here brings me to the story, the first story.
Mm-hmm.
So by now, so Paul and Brian had left. But
I didn't know that.
But that's Paul leaves at halftime every game.
Okay. Oh, okay, got you.
So Brian went with him. So it was just me and Troy, and sitting with Mark White, Jamie, his son Max, and his wife, and then Greg White and his wife Katie,
mm-hmm.
Clapp, and Amy White. So it's us sitting together in the end zone. And during the third quarter, Troy was like, "I'm gonna go find my parents." So he went to find his parents. So it's just me and then those guys. And so Iowa State stops them, and there was like two minutes left because they had a 2-minute timeout. And I've been having to pee since the third quarter, so I'm tired, right? And I'm like, shit, man, this shit's over. And I'm like, let me just go in the bathroom and then head on out to Heathman's truck so we can meet him and then go meet Paul and Brian. So I get up and I turn around and I look up at the sukkah and I'm like, TVs.
Nice.
And Clapp was like, "You leaving?" I said, "Nope. I'm gonna go watch this victory up there." And him and G Money looked at me like, "Yeah, okay." So I went upstairs, ran to the bathroom right quick, came, and all of a sudden Iowa State starts driving. And I'm just facing the TV. I'm not even looking back behind me at the stadium. And I'm just watching the television. And I'm like, nope, I'm staying true. I'm gonna watch this television. And people are you can hear people running back out to the stadium, and I wanted to. So I'm like, let me run back down to my seat. And I'm like, no, you're gonna watch this win in front of the TV just like you were supposed to.
Right. Now I understand.
Huh?
I said, now I understand. Now I understand why you said no. Okay.
So there's a dude standing next to me. He was like, "You think we got a chance to win?" I said, "Oh, I know we're gonna win." He was like, "Really?" I said, "Yep." Because I'm watching this on the television where I was supposed to be watching all along. And he's looking at me like I'm batshit crazy. But he's still standing there with me.
Oh, damn.
Iowa State goes down and scores that touchdown. He like grabs my shoulders. He was like, "Oh my God."
Damn.
I was like, "I knew it." I said, I knew it, damn it. I knew they were going to score. And at that time, then I wanted to run back down to the seat to watch the last seconds. But I'm like, no, there's still time on this clock. I'm not going any place. I'm not turning around. I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to keep watching this damn TV. And then they got that pick. And I was just like, there we go. There that shit is. I walked right out of the suck-up, headed straight for Troy's truck.
Damn.
And then I didn't know that Greg and Clatt were parked right next to us. So they come out, and I'm like, I told you, I was going upstairs to watch this victory.
Nice.
So, yeah. The moral of the story, keep my ass in front of the damn TV.
Small screen. Damn.
So, no, I will not be in any more games. I will be watching. I will not be inside that stadium. I might be in Ames, but I will not be inside that stadium. If I am, you better let me in the suck-up. If the game's on the line, I don't know where I'm at, but you better make sure you get me to the suck-up so you can get me in front of the television because I need to be watching it. So, yeah. I mean, so when Iowa State gets the ball, how are you feeling?
Oh, you mean before they went ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was struggling. I was like, I don't think we're going to move it. And I honestly was. I think Heather was there and was like, what do you think? And I'm like, it's an L. Probably because and I think it was more. My thought process was more on the line of, you know what, Iowa State's already gone 6-0. It's been a good run. That's where it was at. It was that more so than we have no shot. They're playing that much better than us. It was more along the lines of, hey, it's been a good run, and I did not expect the score to occur. And when it did, yes, I went nuts. But dang, it was odd just watching the defense slowly start to control, their side of the ball. Because what's that dude's name? PJ Harvey, RJ Harvey, or something like that?
RJ Harvey.
Dude, damn. I heard the announcers talking about him on the radio when I was driving back from Ames. And I was like, well, I don't follow college football that much, but I was like, never heard of this dude. But God, dog, he just gashed.
Yeah, I had heard of him.
Okay.
But, I didn't expect him to be doing that.
Right. That I was like, damn, dude's like a straight up first, second round, draft choice, running like that.
Running like that, yeah.
Yes.
It helps that I played the video game, so that also helps with my knowledge of a lot of these dudes.
Got it.
But yeah, no, but you're right. What he was doing was just bananas. It's one of those things where I don't want other teams to think that that's the exception, not the rule.
I agree.
Nobody else is running for 354, and you think you're going to your please think that because the only people that could possibly have a chance to do any damage run game wise, I believe, would be K-State, just because they have so many backs back there. I mean, they've got their own QB 1-2 punch like UCF had.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, UCF had a great scheme to come in and play Iowa State, because I've watched them this season and they didn't do any of that. What they did against Iowa State was the first time. They should probably be trying to incorporate that more into their week-to-week routine, because they haven't run the ball like that. And granted, 3-3-5 allows you to get stuff out, but not to that kind of.
I was gonna say, no, you ain't lying. Chunk play after chunk play.
There was some bad tackling and some bad angles, but they're also just, I mean, you can't have that when the team is as fast as UCF is. So, but yeah, I mean, shout out to them. They came ready to play, and they played their ass off. I mean, Gus Malzahn had them boys clicking, and they almost got it. They
did. I mean, and defensively, I think they frustrated us on the deep ball. I mean, I think we were, if I remember the stats right, 10 yards and beyond, we were 6 of 20, I think. It passes home 10 yards and beyond.
Which brings me to Rocco.
Oh yeah. Wasn't he a leading rusher?
Yes. But for all of his late game heroics,
yeah,
probably shouldn't have been that way if he was on the damn mark.
Oh, agreed. Yeah.
He was missing people left and right. It's like, holy smokes, man, you missed about 3 touchdowns for one.
Yeah.
He just was not throwing the ball well.
No, he wasn't. That's
Saturday.
True. And that was a comment of the radio commentators too.
Yeah, it was just I think Brian said, somebody he was talking to said they counted like 10 misses.
Dang.
Yeah. It might not have been like that because I know there were 3 touchdowns he missed.
Right.
And did they say anything about Bramer? Because he did not play. I don't remember seeing him like the last quarter and a half.
Oh, dang.
It was all Burkle. And I was just wondering if they said anything on the telecast about him not being in there, because he had 2 catches and they were both early. So I was just like, did he get hurt? Did they say anything about Higgins? Because there was one play where Higgins was like shaking his hand and he was just kind of limping. He didn't look right during the whole game. And I'm like, Jesus, is he banged up too? I mean,
I remember that one. Higgins. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But no, but you're right. Yeah, Rocco was the leading rusher. 20 rushes. We did not need, but part of that was due to UCF.
Right.
I mean, they had him under duress.
Yes, they did.
Big time. I wish they had pressures up in here, because they was in Rocco's grill and forced him out of there and forcing him to run. 20 rushes for 97 yards. Carson Hansen has. I don't want to jinx him, because we said the same thing about Jackson, and Jackson had 8 carries for 15 yards. But it is literally ride the hot hand. But Carson he had 9 carries for 91. Abu had 10 for 55. So I mean, they had 354. Iowa State was no slouch. I mean, they had 256 on the ground, and then with the 274 that Rocco threw for, it feels like we should have more points. 500 yards feels like we should have had a few more points. But I mean,
well, they said PFF says he dropped back 61 times.
Damn.
Had 47 attempts, 20 completions. So of those 61 dropbacks, he was blitzed 18 and was under pressure for 22 of them.
God. Woo-wee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah. Think about, so I'm doing marketing math here, but so when he was under pressure, the 22 times he was under pressure, he made 12 throws. So that makes 10 of those he was scrambling trying to run for his life, and when he threw the ball those 12 times, only completed 4 of them.
Well, one was that one to Sama, and then there was the 4th down one too. Was that Noel?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was the 4th and 3.
Okay.
He that was when he escaped the defender had him, and he spun off of there.
Yes.
And threw that one to Noel.
That's right.
And he saved the drive.
Right. That's right. I do remember that. That was big.
Yeah. Like that one to Sama, I was like, wait, who the fuck is he throwing to? Because he was back behind the tight end. I didn't even see him back there.
Yeah.
And then because it was weird because it was that half of the stadium could see it. So they were all roaring because we couldn't see it.
Right.
Because the view was blocked. It looked like an overthrow to us. And then the yelling just came towards us. And of course, we're all looking up. Now we're all looking up at the big screen, trying to see what happened. So yeah, I mean that was kind of funny because it's just like, yeah, the roar just got louder from the people who could actually see it to the people who missed it and then caught the replay. So yeah, that was. So yeah, no, Rocco was on his bicycle that Saturday night. I mean, running for his life.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So, woo. But yeah, so, hey, in UCF terms, Rocco giveth, and then Rocco tooketh away.
Yes, true.
Yeah, because he the second pick wasn't his fault. It was it just caromed. That first pick 6 was bad. The second one was a carom, and then that whole second half he just took it from UCF with his legs pretty much, including the winning touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And
the 2-point conversion, I was like, damn. I mean, I should have expected it, but I didn't expect it. I was like, that was good. That was good.
Well, even the touchdown, I wasn't expecting it to be the sneak again.
Right.
But the way Iowa State, and it kind of fooled UCF because Iowa State really wasn't in anything.
Right.
I think they were kind of maybe expecting Iowa State to peek over and look.
Right.
And he just got up underneath there and then boom, plowed it right in because there wasn't any resistance at all.
No.
And they really didn't have any time to just pile in that middle to kind of stop that. So how was the announcing as a whole, especially on that last drive?
Oh no, it was good. It was It was hyped. It was hyped. I thought it was good for Iowa State. I mean, I kept talking, saying, woe is us, and we're gonna plummet in the rankings, and this is it. It's been a good run. That kind of talk.
No, for sure. Because if we'd have lost, that was a wrap. And I said that I'm like, there's really only one team now. I think that Iowa State can lose to and it not hurt very bad, and that is K-State.
Okay.
Because of what happened to Utah at the hands of TCU in Utah, it kind of rendered that game useless. I mean, them losing 13-7. I mean, you can tell me, oh, we're hurting because Cam Rising didn't play, but you still shouldn't have. They still shouldn't have lost. Not no damn 13-7 at home.
True.
To TCU, who struggled beating Abilene Christian, had to go to overtime to beat Abilene Christian. No. So I think now that's, maybe next week with Texas Tech, since they're sitting there vying for a chance at the Big 12 title themselves.
Right.
I think that could be one. But losing to UCF, even though UCF is playing well as of late, losing to them would have hurt in the rankings. They'd have been out of the any playoff contention unless they won the Big 12. That's the way they're treating the Big 12. Well, you can see you were number 9. All you do is win at home, and you lose a spot. So, a loss was would have been bad. So
yes,
but it did not happen. The Cyclones are 7-0 and 4-0 in the conference and sitting pretty. Going into the bye week, hopefully we can get some people rested up.
Please, yes,
because it's a tough five game stretch. I mean,
yes, it is.
These are not 5 pushover games. Texas Tech for homecoming, then on the road. Granted, it's going to feel kind of like a split game because it's in Kansas City, playing Kansas, and then home for Cincinnati, who's playing well as of late, and then on the road at Utah, and then home for K-State. And damn good and well, K-State wants to come up here and do what we did last year down there.
Correct.
They want to come down and be the spoiler. So
be revenge game.
Yeah. So it's weird that there's really only one true road game out of these 5. And that's at Utah because it's kind of like 3.5 home games. And we'll probably have more fans in Arrowhead than Kansas will.
I think so too.
More than likely, because I think Kansas fans are probably over this season waiting for basketball, because they're all that talk of them and what they were going to do this football season went away early at the hands of Illinois, and then that was that. I don't even know what my predictions are, but we all predicted. I mean, nobody thought this was going to be a close game. So, but we won, and that's all that really matters.
Exactly. Especially from here on out, that's all that matters is winning.
Yeah,
and staying healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
gotta stay healthy. There was something what else? I tweeted. I saw it on Twitter and I sent it to y'all. Oh yeah, about the playing experience going forward, this is going to be an extremely experienced team. So out of the 120 players on the roster, 101 of them have played this season.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that. Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's absolutely insane. I doubt that there's any other team in the country that has that. And granted, on defense, a lot of that has had to do with just injuries. Every linebacker has seen significant, like that. The kid who made the tackle to force that fourth down before Iowa State went down and scored the winning tackle. He's a true freshman walk-on. nice through there, takes down Harvey, and
that was
shit. Might have been the play of the game, stopping them. They get that first down. That's that. Game's probably over if they get that first down.
That was a good play.
So I mean, that's just. I mean, shout out to the coaching staff for having even the backups. I mean, not only the backups ready, but shoot, you got the backups ready to play. I mean, you got walk-ons coming in and making plays like that in big moments, and the fact that you trusted them enough to put them in that kind of situation. I mean, that's wow. Hey, see that, recruits? I mean, what could be a better recruiting tool than 101 out of 120 dudes have seen the field? The man trusts his players. The coaches trust their players to when they put them in that they're going to be ready and produce. So yeah, no, I wanted to make sure that I got that stat out before we start talking about football. So yeah, no, it was great. Now, the atmosphere, great atmosphere. It was great because it wasn't an advertised blackout, but I saw by the university, but I saw a lot of the players tweet out, "Hey, we're wearing black. Y'all should wear black." And a lot of people wore black. So shout out to the fans. We're just getting behind them.
That's cool.
So this was my. So I got the tickets. We're sitting in the suck-up. I hate that angle. I hate that angle because you can't. I mean, it sucks. It's a bad angle to watch the game. Watching a game in the end zone is bad. You feel like you miss so much. And granted, I've watched 6 games at home, so I see every angle. So
right.
It's definitely different for me. But even Troy, who goes to the games, he was like, "Yeah, this is a bad angle. I don't like it." That being said, I wholeheartedly appreciate the tickets P does. Yeah, but no, it's it being right next to the students. So this is the second year that they're down here now, and I could definitely sense that disconnect with the band that we had talked about in the past. And, it sucks that the band, that they have to purposely, at halftime, have the band come down to play in front of the students. I understand why with the storming the field, but I think we're past the storming the field point at this stage in Iowa State. I mean, we're now expecting to win all of our games, and so I think they should be moved back down there.
I think so too.
quite frankly, because I think that with the band right next to the students, I guess gives that extra home court thing going on, or home field thing. Granted, they would then in turn have to move the visitor section because they moved the visitors down there to where the students were. So that definitely would not work out.
Ain't that the truth? Right.
Next to the students. So so right after the game ended, I walked out. The students were so loud because they stayed in there. They didn't pour out or anything. They stayed in there and they stood in their seats. And I'm outside the stadium, and it felt like I was right there next to them.
Damn.
Because they were chanting, and they were loud. And shout out to the students, man. They were. I mean, after that game, they was hyped. It's nice to know that somebody knows what winning feels like.
Nice.
After all those years of us losing,
yeah, a lot.
It's nice that there's literally a college generation that only knows winning culture, and it's like that's when you think about it, that's kind of cool. I wish it was us.
True.
We suffered so our kids could enjoy. It's weird to think that there's a generation of Cyclone fans that only know winning. I mean, they're probably like, kids probably like, I don't know what you're talking about, Dad. Cyclone's been whipping ass for years.
Right, exactly, yes.
Like, who's Jim Walden? Who's Jim Kreiner? Like, what are you guys talking about? Donnie Duncan? I don't know these people. Who are they? So it's that's cool for them,
right?
They'll and cool for those people who were like in between, who were right on the cusp of right when Campbell got here. They got the experience McCartney. They got the build up, and then the next level. Right. So that's cool for that group as well. And now. Piper and I had talked about it. We want to do an episode, so I'll put this out there for people to talk about. Since Iowa State has gone on this successful run, it got us. When he was at the last game, they were talking about him and Dave Trine were talking about the tailgating origins. And so we are going to do a show, and we're going to invite people on to talk about their tailgating origins. Because I like to consider us, especially the three of us. If you go to the Side Eye Podcast Facebook page, you will see the three of us standing in front of the Mystery Machine tailgating van. That was a lot. So I like to. I mean, we talk about our origins of. There are people who did not realize there was tailgating on the West Side once upon a time, and that's where we got our start at. And we were talking about because Tryon brought it up and said, I think you guys are like one of the first people out there tailgating out of campers. And possibly. And so I said, I want to get people who have tailgated with us, send us a message or actually come on and talk about the tailgating with this Side Eye crew. So you're gonna be getting people. Some of y'all gonna be getting some messages from us.
Nice.
So BJ, think about some people who have tailgated with us over the years, and I said yes. I said You got to make sure your parents got to come on. I mean, we're going to talk about the boot. We got to talk about everything. I go, one of our first tailgating foods was when Morgan showed us the corn dogs on the grill. I go, I'm gonna need Knut to come on and talk about that. And Dave to talk about his, bringing the rum runner down and Machine down and where he's been to where he's at now and all that kind of stuff. So yes, that show, it's going to be a special show. I'm just putting that out there so y'all know.
Oh, we got lots of stories.
Yes.
Everything from I don't even know. Were you there the time that Dan Knight showed up in some leather pants?
Yep.
I was like, God, oh yes. And then and Shortcut and
I was there for that too.
Yes.
Because I thought you were crazy.
Right, exactly. I was. Man, or he was.
Yes. Both.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, we talked about the mystery when Janela had given us all that expired beer.
Oh my goodness. Damn.
All that cream stout and the double diamond.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna get in. Hey, there's your preview, people.
Yeah.
There's your preview. We are going to have that episode, and we need some of y'all to come on and talk about some of the stuff. Ronnie Love will be in there.
Oh yes.
That way, he's gonna have some stories. Oh yeah,
He's a must.
We might have to have that. That might have to be a documentary where we have episodes.
Oh my gosh.
We might have to have like the work truck days.
Oh wow.
The mystery machine days, the silver bullet days, the camper days. we might have to have this broken up in the sections, because man, there is so much. We met so many people over these years. Whew, there's a lot. So yeah, I mean, there it is, people. Bye week coming up. Everybody enjoy your bye week. Hey, fans, y'all need to rest up, because we got a home stretch coming up. The Cyclones gonna need all your support. So yeah, get out there, support them boys. Rest up this week. Be out there for homecoming. Texas Tech's gonna come, and they're gonna come. Whether they pistols or whatever they are, guns up or whatever their slogan is, They're gonna come up here hoping to fire and knock off Iowa State. Everybody from here on out is gonna be trying to derail the clones. So it's clones versus everybody. All right. Go Cyclones.
Go Cyclones.